Let's remind you how this World Cup works. So England find themselves in Group B. So their first game is against Scotland, their second game will be against Australia, and then they play Namibia and Oman in Antigua. So A has India and Pakistan. Of course, it would have India and Pakistan in the same group. C, West Indies, New Zealand, Afghanistan, Uganda and PNG. And Group D, C, South Africa, Sri Lanka, Bangladesh and the Netherlands. So England kick off their campaign against Scotland. Any banana skins in that one? I mean, obviously Australia is the big headline clash, but they start against Scotland.
Yeah, you can't take any team lightly in this competition. You can see from the warm-ups, Netherlands played Sri Lanka a couple of days ago. Netherlands beat Sri Lanka. Bangladesh have lost to the USA twice in a 3-game tournament out there. So you cannot rock up to any of those games thinking, oh, it's only Scotland, we'll roll, we'll play a couple of lads, give them a game, and then we'll concentrate on Australia. Every single game, you take it as your most important game. Even Australia are slightly undercooked. I think in their warm-up game recently, they played 9, plus
George
the coach.
Bailey was
George
fielding.
Bailey was fielding, and the fielding coach was fielding. He better put in a good performance, the fielding coach, otherwise I'm on his case, I'm telling you. So a lot of the sides, because of IPL, there's that sort of balance. You see it here today. You'll have a lot of the batters, like Buttler, Bairstow, Salt, Jacks, who've played a lot of cricket. And then you'll have some bowlers, like Archer, like Wood, like Adil Rashid, who'll be undercooked. So it's like getting it right. What do you do with Wood? You play him. What do you do with Archer? You play him again. And how you manage their workload. I go back to the 50-over World Cup, and Wood and Wokes were rested leading up to that World Cup on the back of the Ashes. They had injury concerns, and they turned up and they were undercooked in the 50-over World Cup. And Wokes and Wood started slowly. Wokes recovered. Wood never really recovered. So be fascinated to know from a skipper and a bowler, how do you just make sure that people are peaking at the right times for a very important tournament?
How do you do that
Well,
as a
the
bowler?
bowlers, you've got to play. You've got to get that sharpness, that awareness. You know, mentioned before, how many balls you bowl in a net counts for very little once you get out there. The nets, yes, get you physically there, but it's all about mental sharpness in World Cup. So, you know, it is a concern that the bowlers haven't got the overs in that we'd like to see. Archer's obviously one, Woods one, Adil Rashid's definitely one. Moeen Ali's not bowled a huge amount in the IPL, so there is a concern there. I think the batters, as you quite rightly say, will be fine because they've hit a lot of balls over the last couple of months. But just mentally, that sharpness when you get a world-class batter coming at you, it can be tricky.
Selection will be interesting as well, and we've asked you to put your selection hat on for the first game, just the first game. Conditions we are assuming will be very Barbados-esque, if I can say that. That's the 11 you've gone for the 4th of June against Scotland. Why?
Yeah, here I think it's a well-balanced side. I think the batting looks after itself. I don't see Ben Duckett playing a part in the first couple of games of the tournament unless there is an injury. The debate is all about the bowlers. What do the bowlers bring strength or different variation each one? Chris Jordan, for me, surprised me a little bit. How quick he bowled at Birmingham and how accurately he got up to pace. He hasn't been playing for quite a while as well. He was in the UAE playing in the tournament there, but was omitted from their squad in the West Indies. Great to see Jofra back. Brings all facets of the game that you want to cover. But again, I didn't go for Sam Curran or Mark Wood in this first game because I think at Barbados, the extra bit of height from Reece Topley and the variation going into the wicket adds another bow to England's dimension. So again, you're not going out and out pace. Sam Curran struggled there pre-Christmas. He also struggled at the IPL. So.
I'm laughing.
Also,
hang on, I'm laughing at him because we mentioned Barbados and tall bowlers. He got left out for Sam. Anyway, we'll skip past that.
Got left out for a spinner.
That's a fair swap, to be honest.
Sorry, were you going to ask him something?
No, it's just that Sam Curran is the glaring omission. He was player of the tournament in the last World Cup, and it's player of the match as well in the final.
Yeah.
And you've left him out the very next World Cup
Well,
game.
I think that's an attribute you need to have as a selector. You've got to make tough decisions for the team. I mean, he is a brilliant cricketer, but you have to make the best decision for the team. And for me, probably doesn't start that first game.